What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to do Team 7 Objective Hell, issue number 1 from Image Comics. Barry Windsor-Smith cover. This is my very first Team 7 book. I don't know how many Team 7 books there are. I'm not sure if this is this the first one, or maybe a lot of Team 7 books came before this. I also do not know, it's a three-parter, by the way. I also do not know if the last issue of number 3 leads into another book. You know, all that kind of stuff I do not know. What I do know is that I've read it and I liked it very much. So Team 7 is basically more like a, well, it's not really a covered operation. It's more like a, how do you say it? Military specialists working for the government. And they're working for a guy called Miles Craven. Miles Craven is, as far as I know, and if I'm wrong, just leave a comment below. IO became basically the bad guy in the WildStorm universe, among other enemy factions. But at this time period, he was, leading these guys, or, became the director or whatever. And he formulated some kind of a chemical known as the Gen Factor, and basically he infected Team 7 with this factor, and when they are waking up, they have powers, and some of them could not cope with the powers. They went mad, they went rogue, they went in hiding, and all that stuff. And some of these members of Team 7 became, I'm not sure using the word heroes, but one of them became the director of Gen 13. Gen 13 was one of my favorite books back in the day, and other members became superheroes or something like that. I'm going to show you that, but we begin here, and art is very good, by the way. I mean, come on, look at this. Written by the famous Chuck Dixon. Chris Warner is the pencil. I do not know his name and don't know his work, but I'm going to look this guy's up because I really like what he's doing. Inks by Scott Williams and JD. Before we get into, I like Barry Windsor-Smith a lot. I do not know Paradox Man, but this is something we're going to look into that as well. So yeah, this is, I don't know, in Vietnam, Cambodia, wherever, Africa, I do not know where this is, but a lot of skulls, and this guy says, I can feel my face, and there's a lot of burning and explosions, and this guy's getting killed. So it seems there was Team 8, and that was the end of it. Look at this, man. They died, leaving their mission unsatisfied. We just spent them, and we got 0 in return. That brings me to Leavenworth, Kansas. So this is Major Lynch. So this was basically back in the day. This is all in the past because Major Lynch is now an older guy. He has psionic powers, and he is here to interrogate some guy, right? So one of these inmates here is trying to mess with him. Spit shine that, soldier boy, and he's using his psionic powers to give this guy a nosebleed, and probably even worse. And so one of these military guys says they bring in some guy, and he was really uncooperative, and it's Cray. So who's Cray? Cray is this guy. He is Deathblow, or I believe that's just going to be his name in the future. And well. Thought you'd be fully Bert Coleman by now, Lynch. I go straight to the point, Cray. Thanks, because I got some heavy schedule. Don't make me sorry I came here. Why? I'm not. Something's come up. Some things only Team 7 can handle. They're gone, Lynch. I'm the only one left. But we have a good idea where they are. We, the Joint Chiefs. So basically he makes a deal with Cray here. He says, what about Craven? They don't like Craven much, right? It's a new ballgame in Washington. Craven's out. The new administration prefers dealing with the Pentagon. Don't tell me you want to help me. You want me to help you find Team 7. I want you to talk to them. They trust you. What do you need them for, Lynch? National security, swear to God, sailor. The country needs them. And he's laughing. Fuel immunity? Well, as long as you cooperate. Then call the front desk and tell them I'm checking out. All right. So this is interesting, right? So they are joining up. And this is, I don't know where this is, but it seems that the people are here speaking Spanish, I guess. And they're jumping out of this helicopter into this, jungle, right? We need more jungle comics, right? With soldiers and that, all that. I mean, if you are looking this page, I mean, come on, look at this detail, man. It's incredible. And so it seems that they are syncing up with some guys here. And so they are looking for some contacts. And oh yeah, by the way, I got this neat trading card that's still in the bag, right? And I'm not taking this out. And Jesus Christ, look at this. What is it? Mayan, I guess. But what is it? How the hell should I know? We're not tourists, Cray. Look at all these details and scale. Immersion. I talked about it many, many times in my reviews. And then Cray noticed something. So he sees a hand with something on it, right? So Lynch says, no wondering, our contacts are around here somewhere. I joined up to see the world, Major. Let's just call it a reconnoiter. What's that? I don't know that word. So he breaks off that, whatever it is, and he puts it in his pockets. Get over here, Cray. I hear them coming. Yes, mother. And then, oh no! These contacts are being followed by helicopters, right? And they are shooting at them. And they're running away, these guys. And so yeah, we have instant action. I also like the weapons, big, bulky, big guns, right? And you better show some of the voodoo of yours, Lynch, before we catch some saggers up our butts. It's not easy, Cray. I'm still new at this. So he's using his powers to manipulate the minds of the helicopter pilots, and then they are bumping each other, and we see this phenomenal, cool-looking detail explosion with all these bits flying off and this really cool lettering of the sound effect. Yeah, I like this a lot, man. And like I said many times back in the day, I'm not trying to sound like an old dude. This was probably almost a standard. Good art, good flow of the story, and beautiful-looking action. I really miss that. Muy brutal. Secret weapon, no? Your Marco? See, you did bring the envelope, eh? Right here. Big denominations. Where did that come from? The president passed his hat around to his pals. Now we go to Valle Apagado. All right, so he's paying these guys. And, oh yeah, by the way, back in the day, we get also a lot of pin-ups. You know, just like in the Medieval Spawn, Witchblade comic that I reviewed not so long ago. It's made by Pop Mhan Edwin Rosell. Looks phenomenal. All right, so they are going further into the jungle, right? In the valley, there's a nameless village that no one has heard from for months. The Sandinista cell moved in the area and was never heard from it again. All Contra units avoid it. Feel that? Everything's getting tense. It's like in those old jungle movies. This is Juju land, Juana. Expect to see some skulls on post along here soon. Then we're in the right place. And then this guy gets some radio signal and, the signal's dead suddenly. So, suddenly, something's happening. Some kind of a storm? This sudden? No way, this is natural. Then what is it, Lynch? It's them. They didn't look like the soldiers these days. More like slumming gods. So yeah, this is Team 7. Why am I not surprised, Lynch? So we have Callahan, Slayton, Chang, Cash, Dane, Fairchild. So I know couple of these guys. Some of these are missing, some of them are dead, some of them and became superheroes. Fairchild, I believe, is the father of Morgan Fairchild. She became the leader of Gen 13. Then we have Cash, who became, I forgot, Backlash. We have Chang, probably the father of Grunge, also from Gen 14. Or was it Slate? No, wait a minute. Cole Cash. Cole Cash became Grifter. He is the one now running around in WildC.A.T.S. And this is Slayton. He became Grifter, I guess. I'm not familiar with the rest. I could be switching up these guys, but that's what I remember. I do not know this guy. I know him by name. Like I said, this is all in the past, right? So it seems that they have a talk with each other. He says, Craven sent you? No, this is strictly a military op. We don't want to come back. And so these guys are having a chat, right? We could kill you right now and your pet gorilla is right there. In an eye blink, we're going to give you a chance to walk out of here. More of a chance than anybody ever gave us. I knew that when I left DC. I was there, remember? They nuked me too. But that was then. That was Craven. You're not going to tell me you want us back for some vital national interest, are you? All's forgiven, come home. This isn't crap, Cole, says this guy here. There's a real objective. It's a hot one. It's a chance for Team 7 to be what we were meant to be. No dicking around, no black bag. The mission profile is global, man. Millions of lives and all that crap. Cash, we at least got to hear him out. Okay, we'll listen, for Christ's sake. Look at the intensity in these eyes. They really mean business. More of this. And then, you know, when I always talk about that modern comics I'm sorry to go there every time, but they cannot do this anymore. And I always say that immersion matters. Now look at this. So we have this room full of Russian military guys. We have chandeliers. We have people listening to these guys. We have a map here. We have the lighting coming in, and we see the reflection of, well, not the reflection, but the lighting through the room and the backgrounds, you know, with the buildings. This is what I talk about when it comes to immersion, right? Not all, oh no, we need to drop backgrounds. Let's make everything black and throw some Photoshop BS in it. No, it's not in here. These guys, these artists know what they're doing. Look at this detail in this face of this old guy. It's so good. And it not ends here. I'm going to show you the next page soon. So it seems that they are picking up massive psi energy and in an area of the Highlands. I think it's the same group that was at the center of the cruise missile incident in the Near East 2 years ago. So it seems that Comrade Rostov will, assemble a team and to investigate that psi energy, right? Now look at this. So when you think of jungle movies, jungle comics, and atrocities that's been done there, you always see stuff like this, and it's freaking awesome. I mean, with awesome, I mean how it's been drawn, how it's been portrayed, you know, the detail that's in here. So, you probably heard of the Pol Pot and the genocide of Cambodia, saw it on TV and read about it. The Khmer Rouge took over Cambodia and transformed it through decentralization of the population. Look at all the skulls in here, right? Man. That left a few million decentralized and lying in mass graves. The whole country's a grave, one of the residual effects of the US pulling out of the Southeast Asia. Just one of them. And, man. The other was a little dividend from the secret invasion of Cambodia back in the 70s, codenamed Triple Badger. A hardened bunker prepared for the contingency of Red China entering the Vietnam War. Low-yield nukes. Hundreds of them, enough firepower for the Rouge to spread the killing fields from one end of the Asia to the other, if they find them. And now look at this. Look at this, guys. Isn't this cool? If we don't find them first, if we don't succeed where Team 8 failed. And that continues into the next one. Look at this. This looks so freaking awesome. So they're gonna go on a mission, right? The whole Team 7. and we're gonna find out in the next one. So we see here ads for Deathblow. We also see some letter pages, and like I said, you know, leading Wetworks, Grifter, Deathblow, Backlash. We see all these people, how they look now. I mean, this is not the best art, but this is fan art, I guess. Grifter, Lynch, Cole, this guy from Wetworks, Deathblow, right? That's so good. So really good. Yeah, and that leads us to book 2. And that leads us then into book 3. Like I said, I'm not sure how it ends. It's only 3 books. So I hope they're gonna pull it off. But we're gonna see what it's gonna be. Guys, let me know what you think about Team 7. Do you know Team 7? Do you read Team 7? Do you read any WildStorm comics? Leave me a comment below. Like my video. Subscribe to my channel and all that YouTube jazz. And I'll see you next time.